Hey everybody, it's Kyle here. Welcome back to another video. I know I'm back a lot sooner than usual, but something happened that I thought brought up an important issue, and I couldn't wait until Tuesday to post it. So, Tuesday I posted the video about You Don't Sound Disabled. That video got a pretty good reception, and it got some comments on a lot of places that I put it, and people were adding me on Facebook, and it was just really nice to see that it was getting a nice response. Well, I add this person on Facebook. We have a conversation about CP, Special Olympics, just general stuff, and it's a good conversation. And then I post a post on my Disabled Experience Facebook page advertising a shirt that I designed that involves CP. And the person then says, well, they say, nice, why are you so obsessed with CP? I don't go around talking about it, and I have CP. And I responded with, I wouldn't say that I'm obsessed, I am a disability advocate. If that bothers you, I think we can agree to disagree. And then this person blocks me. Which, no hard feelings if that's not something, if we don't click, then we don't click. But the idea of obsession over disability versus advocacy, I think, is pretty important. And depending on view, maybe advocacy can look like an obsession, but it's taken me a very long time to get to the point of being a disability advocate. I struggled a lot growing up, emotionally and mentally with CP, let alone physically, but just I wasn't really happy with myself and CP. I wasn't outgoing. I was very shy and sheltered, and I let CP get in the way of making friendships and building good relationships because I was very insecure. And through meeting the right people and the support of my family and just a lot of self-reflection and growing up, I got to the point where I could start talking to people about my disability in a more positive light. I used to be very negative. And I started an organization in college, and that kind of was the spark to all this to begin with. It took 2 years, and then that spark got reignited again, and I started the YouTube channel in July of 2019. Now, like I said in some videos before, there are many sides to someone, not just their disability. Now, if someone sees me in the side of being an advocate, maybe it can appear to be an obsession, because this person I just talked to 2 days ago, and in the span of 2 days, all we have done was talk about CP. But that was me in the advocate hat. That's the hat I was wearing at the time, and then we talked about CP some more. But I don't always talk about CP. And it's just the side that you're able to see. The more you get to know me, the deeper and the more away from CP we can talk about more personal things. But when you see me on the internet talking about CP in issues that are important to me, I guess when you have such a short, limited view of who I am as a person, it can come off and look like I am obsessed with disability. I don't look at it that way because I feel that advocacy is very important for us to, make some change and headway in society in the way that society views disability. Now, I know not everyone with cerebral palsy wants to talk about it, needs to talk about it, or feels that we should talk about it. But I am the opposite. I think the more we talk about it, the more normal it becomes, and the more accessible it is, the less taboo it is, and we can break down the walls, stigmas, and it can just be normal. Disability is normal. It happens to so many people. So, yes, I will be online. If you follow this channel, if you follow the My Disabled Experience Facebook page, you're going to see a lot of things that involve CP and disability in general. And if that's how you know me, then I hope you'll see me as an advocate and not as obsessed. Um, Maybe I'm obsessed with advocacy, but like CP is not my whole life. This is a very limited view of who I am. I am on the internet with the purpose of talking about my CP. But like I said, the more you get to know me, the more personal we can get, and the farther away from CP we will get. But I advocate because disability is still so misunderstood. And it just needs to be done, not necessarily by me, but by someone, and it just happens to be me that decided to join in on the conversation about disability advocacy and, you know, just trying to show that we are normal people. So, to the person that blocks me from my response, I'm sorry that if that came off rude to you. I'm sorry if my advocacy was too heavy, like too in your face. That wasn't my intention, but I'm not going to apologize for advocating because it needs to be done. And yeah, I just think I wish or I hope that people don't look at me as someone that's obsessed with disability. I'm obsessed with showing that disability is normal, I guess. But there is so much more to me than that, and it's a shame that something like a post about a shirt led to something, you know, I ended up losing a friend. They were very new, so we didn't know each other that well. So I am sad that we didn't get to go beyond the scope of CP. So best of luck to that person. Like I said, there's no hard feelings. I just thought the idea of what's being obsessed with disability and what's advocating for disability is important. Because it's so hard to show that I don't think about disability all the time because all these videos are specifically about disability. But I don't think about disability 24/7. But also, in one sense, I do because disability, my disability, CP, is never going to go away. So it's something that's kind of always on my mind. I don't always talk about it to people. Like I said, when we can talk on a personal level, I have many interests and I like to hear about other people's interests. I don't want to talk all about myself all the time. It's just, as I put on the advocate hat, it does transition to the forefront. But I'm open to getting to know people, and I want people to get to know me besides who I am as an advocate. So it's just kind of a very unfortunate situation because I wasn't trying to be rude in their response, and I guess they felt that I was. So to that person, I'm sorry that we didn't get to build a good friendship, but I do think there is a very important distinction between being obsessed with disability, where it consumes your life, and it did for me in a negative way, where that's all I thought I was. It consumed me and I didn't like it, and now it doesn't, and I can talk about it in a positive way, so someone doesn't have to feel sad or depressed about having a disability. I want them to see through these videos that they can lead any life that they want to lead, and it can be productive and happy, and you're capable of many, many more things than Your brain is allowing you to think at that moment. So I'm not going to stop advocating. And I guess it's not for everyone, but I'm not going to stop showing it. So if that causes me to lose friends, then you know, I guess we're not meant to be friends, because the real friends will stick around. But sorry for I just I'd talk about this issue because I don't feel that I'm obsessed, and maybe this is proving otherwise, but I do think advocacy is important, and I'm not going to stop. But I hope you all are having a great Thursday, and I will see you in the next video.